Y'all need number 409 up and ready to go. Sleep, my child. And you probably don't know it, but it's okay. We're going to go through it. Kim will play it for you. Play the melody.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yes?
Oh, and this one
Do you want it all? Is this too low?
and this one is
Pretty low.
How about the five beats? Yeah, second.
oh, in the middle part is the light color.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that all of them? Here, put some of these back so that others can use them more. And then pick a new color.
Shall we try it?
My child, and peace attend you all through the night. I who love you shall be near you all through the night. So drowsy as are creeping, hill and vale, slumber sleeping, by my loving vigil keeping all through the night. Mother, I can feel you near me all through the night. Father, I know you can hear me all through the night. And when I am your age near thee, still I will remember clearly. I will pray and help me dearly all through the night. While the moon her watch is keeping all through the night. While one half the world is sleeping all through the night. Even while the sun comes stealing, visions of the day revealing, breathe a pure and holy feeling all through the night.
Nice job. Howdy.
We can do better than that. Howdy.
Howdy.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Brazos Valley, UUCBV, or Brazos and U for short. Today I serve as the worship assistant. My name is Pam Johnson. We are a welcoming congregation, which means we celebrate and welcome all people of diverse sexual orientations and gender identities. We also strive to welcome people across diversities of race, age, ability, immigration status, and beliefs. We are also a congregation working for reproductive justice. So whoever you are, wherever you come from, wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome. We have two announcements today. On May 15th, we will have we'll have our new member celebration at Lake Bryan. So it's going to be outdoors. Make sure you bring your swimming suit if you want to go swimming. There is a fee when you drive in, but it's all going to be taken care of by the church. So when you drive in, just say you're from the UUCBV, and you won't have to pay a fee to get in. Please, so this is a ceremony to welcome new members, and please let Allison know if you do want to sign the book ahead of time and be welcomed as a new member. Also, on May 22nd, we're having the congregational meeting right here in the Neal Center. We'll be voting on nominees for the board and for the nomination committee. Also, we're going to be going over next year's budget, which everyone will need to board. And we'll be calling Reverend Kiya as a settled minister. And I know the call task force did a great job. They worked really hard together, working little groups together. Yeah. And I can say as president of the board that the board totally supports calling Reverend Kiya to a settled minister.
Good morning, happy Mother's Day to everyone. I am changing the call to worship today because of the decision that got leaked from the Supreme Court. So this is the last stanza of a poem called Right to Life by Marge Pearson. I will choose what enters me, what becomes flesh of my flesh. Without choice, no politics, no ethics lives. I am not your cornfield, nor your uranium mine, not your call for fattening, not your cow for milking. You may not use me as your factory. Priests and legislators do not hold shares in my womb or my mind. This is my body. If I give it to you, I want it back. My life is a non-negotiable demand. Marge Pearson.
Now please say our chalice words with me. You should be up on the screen. We light the chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith, as a beacon of hope for all who seek justice, dignity, and compassion, and the celebration of life, truth, and meaning we share together. Now please join me in saying the affirmation. Love is the spirit of the church. Service is its gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth of love, and to help one another.
I think some of you will know this song.
Child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Someday we'll get it together. together and we'll get it all done. Someday when your head is much lighter. Someday we'll walk in the rain and the beautiful sun. Someday when your head is much brighter. Same thing again. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Same thing again. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Someday we'll get it together. Someday we'll get it together and we'll get it all done. Someday when your head is much lighter. Someday walk in the rain and the beautiful sun. Someday when your head is much brighter. Y'all try it. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Sing it like you mean it. Someday we'll get it together and we'll get it all done. Someday when your head is much lighter. Someday we'll walk in the rain and the beautiful sun. Someday when your head is much brighter. Now you just have to go la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Thanks for Ken for playing. How many people have a hard time on Mother's Day? You're missing your mother, divorces, things are sad. This day is for you too. This day is for you too. Those of y'all who are missing your mothers, we're holding you in our hearts today. It's not just all flowers. So I want to talk about the flower communion. And what we're doing today, get the right thing here. There we go. I don't want to get anything wrong. So there was a Baptist preacher from Czechoslovakia, and his name was Norbert Chapman. And he met this woman when he was working on his PhD in Massachusetts and New Jersey, was hanging out in New Jersey, and started going to the church in Orange, New Jersey. And he met this woman who was a widower. There's seats up here and there's seats over there. And we got more chairs. And so he met this woman named Marge, and they got married. They went back to Prague and they started a church. And the church grew. This is right before, this is after World War I and right before World War II. And they got up to like 3,000 people in this church. Because everybody was reacting against Roman Catholicism and everything where it was very formal and rigid, like we are not, right? So they brought Unitarian Universalism to Czechoslovakia. Well, as right before World War II, they could have left when the Nazis came into power, But they didn't leave. Actually, she left and he stayed. And he just kept talking Unitarian Universalist values. Every person has worth and dignity. And the Nazis put him in Dachau. She, in the meantime, went and got ordained and became a minister in Massachusetts. And she is the person who brought the flower communion to Unitarian churches. She doesn't always get credit. He evidently thought it up, and she's the one who taught it to the Americans. And then it spread like wildfire. And so what it is basically is that each person is represented by the flower that they bring. And everybody brings them to the church because every single one of you is valuable to us. We all need each other to make a community and to make a congregation. And so the flowers represent us. And everybody brings one to church. And then when you leave, you take a flower that isn't the flower that you came with, because you're acknowledging that you value everybody else's contribution to the congregation. So that's the story on that. And I'm wondering if the kids could help me and get the flowers from the back and bring them up here. Can y'all do that? And we're going to bless the flowers. Yeah, just bring them up here and put them on the table, please. All right. Go back and sit down, because Allison's going to tell you a story.
I think we got them all.
On the spot, there's room for everybody. But
Good job. Good job.
thank you all so much.
Very nice. All right, now we're going to do something else.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Today I have a reading for you called The Complexity of Motherhood. So it might be for our older readers a little bit. It's by Leah Ongiri. On Mother's Day, let us mark how beautiful and complex it can be to mother and to be mothered. To those who have mothered, we thank you. To those who rejoice in the work, the role, the presence of mothering and mothers, we celebrate with you. To those who are in the thick of parenting children at any age, we appreciate you. To those who experience loss through infertility, miscarriage, adoption, or running away, we mourn with you. To those who have lost their mothers, we grieve with you. To those who have endured abuse at the hands of their mothers, we acknowledge you. To those who experience pain at the marking of this day, we witness you. To those who are single moms, grandmoms, stepmoms, foster moms, adoptive moms, mentor moms, and spiritual moms, we need you. And to those who are pregnant with new life, both expected or surprising, we anticipate with you. May we reflect with gratitude on the wide spectrum of mothering that happens in our lives and in our communities. And just as a side note, we are a reproductive justice congregation, so to those who choose to not be mothers at all, we stand with you. Thank you.
Okay, this is the part where we're going to bless all the flowers and put all our spiritual energy toward them. Okay, so everybody ready to do that? If you want to, you can actually take your hands and do it. And this is the prayer that Reverend Kappick said when he would bless the flowers. So it's been carried on all this time. I'm going to read it to you. So you ready? Infinite Spirit of life, we ask thy blessing on these messengers of fellowship and love. May they remind us amid diversities of knowledge and of gifts to be one in desire and affection and devotion to thy holy will. May they also remind us of the value of comradeship, of doing and sharing alike. May we cherish friendship as one of the Spirit's most precious gifts. May we not let awareness of another's talents discourage us or sully our relationship, but may we realize that whatever we can do, great or small, the efforts of all of us are needed to do thy work in this world. Amen. So now's the time in our service where we have joys and concerns, and we share those as a community. So if you would like to come up and turn on one of our cool electric candles, we recommend that, and just tell everybody. And if you don't want to say anything, just hold it in your heart, and we'll light a candle for you at the end. Want to come? I got it. You want to say anything? Okay.
Smush cake. Everyone.
Happy Mother's Day, baby.
This is one of those joy concerns. I've been going back to school, planning to finally finish an engineering degree, and I am nearing the end of this semester. I have 2 final exams on Tuesday, and so I'm really happy I'm almost done. But it's a little bit of a nerve-wracking situation, because both of those will determine, the cutoff of a grade level, of course, as it does. So if I do well, hopefully, I make the higher grade. But I'm gonna be fine either way. I'll pass. I just wanna do my best.
Is that one working or not working? Sometimes they don't work. Just give up.
I have a joy, and it's my brother. Flowers. And chickens.
I wholeheartedly.
Yes. Chicken. And duck. Chicken and duck.
Thank you.
That single one. Perfect. You got things to say? Say right in the mic up here.
Today I'm going to a soccer game with my grandpa and dad.
This is I don't know if it's a joy, it's certainly a concern, but my family is relocating, and we will be leaving in probably July for Washington, D.C. area. So anyway, Heather, my daughter, is taking on a better position. So that's what it'll be.
Everybody had a chance to speak if they want to? No? Does everybody have a chance to speak that needs to, or does anybody need a moment? We can wait. Let's have a moment of silence for all the unspoken joys and concerns that we have today, which might be legion.
Now, let an offering be taken to sustain and strengthen this place, which is sacred to so many of us, a community of memory and of hope, for we are now the keepers of the dreams. This church shares the proceeds of the offering plate donation every week to support important nonprofit organizations with which we work. This month, we are proud to support the Pride Community Center. Please be as generous as you can.
Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, Mama said, Mama said. I was walking the other day, everything was going fine. I met a little boy named Billy Joe, and I almost lost my mind. Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, Mama said, Mama said, Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, fixing the bridge said, my eyes are wide open, but all I can see, chapel bells are calling for everyone but me. Mama said, Mama said, Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, Mama said, Mama said, Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said. When she said someone will look at me like I'm looking at you, and I might find one day I don't want you to. Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, Mama said, Mama said, Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, picture of Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, Mama said, Mama said, Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said.
We give thanks to these gifts we have given, for those we receive, and for each other. May your generosity return to you tenfold.
Now we're gonna sing a song you know. I know it's a shock. The song is number 346 in the grade hymnal. Come sing a song with me.
Are we gonna do it in A, right? Pass it. Okay.
song of love
that arose in the winter time.
Come sing a song with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love that arose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love that arose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love that arose in the winter time.
Thank you all so much.
Now it's time to extinguish the chalice. So please say the words here with me. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we gather together again.
I'm going to sing you the benediction, and then I invite you to come up and take a flower that you did not bring. Bring a flower that you did not bring home with you.
So you can remember how important everybody is in our community. So you're going to come up after I sing the benediction and choose a flower that you did not bring and take it home with you. Thank you all so much. Those of y'all who are learning this benediction, please sing with me if you care to.
Remember the way of the wind and breathe and blow. Remember the way of the fire, the sparkle and glitter and glow. Remember the way of the water and ebb and flow. Remember the way of the earth and grow. Come get a flower and go in peace.